Good evening everybody, welcome to Sunday Night Live. My name is Kelley Farley. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Karaka, Auckland, and tonight we are going to make this double flap fold, so double opening fold card, and then it's got a nice little piece inside that you can decorate. You've got a couple of spaces for messaging, or you could put some stamps and stuff inside there. So we're just going to use this paper. I've used this paper, which is called Floral Delight, which is in the current catalogue. I will double check. I'm not sure if it's actually carrying over or not. That's not pleasant. Let me get this up on my thing so I can see who's there. Flip you around and turn down so you can have a look. So it does kind of open it backwards, but I thought that was quite different with it, but yeah, so it's quite a nice, you could have a single layer there if you didn't want to have the double flap opening, and then have a piece there. So we're going to do, I tend to do similar ones that are similar papers, but I am making one to go as a birthday card for my great niece, and so we will just start with this, and I'm going to use some different paper. So this is basic beige. It's just a nice neutral, different to cream and different to vanilla and white. So what we're going to do is, we've got a piece of cardstock. Now I've kind of worked in inches and in centimeters in this, which is a little bit annoying, but this piece here is our standard card height, which is 14.85 centimeters, and it is 10 inches, so 10 inches is 25.4 centimeters. Okay, so 10 inches. I'm going to score in inches because it just, hi Alison, I'm going to score in inches because it just kind of flows a bit better, but I will give you the centimeters if you would like that as well. So we're going to start off with 2 1/8, I'm pretty sure. I didn't write these down, I just kind of made it and then copied it from a picture. Yeah, 2 1/8. So on that second line after the 2 inches there, oh, teddy bear. So that is 5.4 centimeters. Okay, so 2 1/8. It's not going to matter if you're a little bit out with that. And then what you need is, I've forgotten again. So 2 1/8, and then the next one is 10.5 centimeters, or 10.5 centimeters is 4 1/8, because that gives you your inside piece. So what did we say? Oh no, that needs to be 10.5 centimeters. So it's actually 16. We get that at 10.5. It is 16. So in our trimmer there are like little marks in this join here, and so it's the first big one. So that is 16 and 6 1/4, or 16 and, no, it's actually 15.8 centimeters. So yeah, so 6 1/2. And that means, if I put that there, 6 1/2 gives us, I put down there 2.5, yeah, 6 1/2 inches, or 16.4 centimeters. It's not going to matter too much anyway. Hi Helen. So we're going to score that there, fold, and then we're going to score that there and fold, and it is slightly smaller so it doesn't get bulky here. Alright, so that is our card base. and I have it going this way because that's the way she did it on the video, but you could actually do it this way. So let's do that so you can see both. Then the front piece here is inches is 7 1/8 by 3 3/4, but otherwise it's 18 centimeters by 9 centimeters, and then scored at 9, so it gives you a 9 centimeter square. And then you can come in half a centimeter from the from that measurement each on 2 sides, and that will give you the nice matting. Alright, so we've scored, we've got 2 1/8 and then 6 1/2, 6 1/4, fold over, so then you can measure your pieces. We're going to use this beautiful, which, you know, the catalogue finishes in like a week's time, less than a week's time, and I've only just bought this. This beautiful, and I resisted because I was like, oh, I don't have anyone to use. Storybook Moments is what it's called, and so I have used one sheet of paper, which is what I was doing today, and it's got all these beautiful patterns, and when I bought it, it's not on sale, so I'm hopeful. It's also got a page of these which could be used for lovely little decorations. Not a veggie fan, these houses are quite cute. And then you get 2 pages, 2 duplicate pages, so these are like Peter Rabbit kind of looking ones, 2 duplicate pages of little pop-outs, which I've used quite a few, and I will show you what I've used them for when I'm finished. I did a little frame as a first birthday present for my niece, or my niece's daughter. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I actually think I might use, now this is why I struggle with these pieces, because I need to take them all out just so that they don't get wrecked before they get used. Let's see. Oh, they're all going to get wrecked again. Okay, so I want to go with maybe a mat of this. One of those. That one. I'm going to pop that on there because that's the colour of her room. So this piece here is 3 3/4 by our normal 3 3/4. So let's go 3 1/2, and this is going to go in the inside piece, and then 14.85. So again, I've done a mix of inches and so 14.85, and then 3 3/4 is 8.9, because it is slightly narrower than our card. So I'm actually going to mat both sides, and then our 2 1/8. I'm going to go 2, which 2 inches is 5.1. Let's just test. No, it's too wide. So let's just go, yeah, actually, let's go a little bit more. So I'm doing 1 7/8. Yeah, because that gives us the beige border as well. How is everyone tonight? We have had, everyone's had a lovely weekend. It's the end of the school holidays for us, so we're all getting ourselves psyched up into being back at work tomorrow, but in school. But we had a lovely day yesterday. We drove to Rotorua to celebrate my aunt and uncle's 50th wedding anniversary, which was pretty amazing. And so nice to see all the family and everything. And yeah, so nice to spend some time with them. These are the papers. This is one side. And this is the other side. And I'm thinking, I quite like that blue, but then I'm thinking maybe the bunnies are a bit cute. I quite like the bunnies. And I think the bunnies would be quite cute on here. So which bunnies do I like? These ones. That one there. I like that one. So let me come in here and see if I can just take a bit off. This is the only thing with paper like this, is that you want to have certain parts of it, and so you do end up, where did I say I want it? What do I want? Oh, did I cut the wrong one? No, that one. You want certain parts of it, so you do end up losing a little bit. So we had 3.5. So I want 3.25 on that. I might go a little bit wider. I know, Helen, it's beautiful paper, eh? It just is. If I was having buggers again, it would be just perfect for nursery kind of stuff. Hand it away. And so I want about there. Should get rid of those little ears at the bottom. So my plan is that that would be the case there, and then that's going to go there. It's a little bit short, but that's okay. And then I should quite like the strawberries. Is that too much? Or do I go strawberries and bunnies? What do we think? Maybe not the strawberries. Strawberries and bunnies, or bunnies and strawberries. It's kind of the wrong pink for the strawberries, I think. So let's stick with I've used that in the little frame thing that I've made as a present, so I don't know if I want to keep that as something that is a theme, or go with the bunnies. I might go with the bunnies, and then this one I might choose one of the other ones that have the patterns on the back. Maybe the blue. That's not my fave. Or the green. Okay, so I might go green or blue. Let's see what looks better with this. Not loving that. The blue. I think the blue. And so we have this out of the way. Oh, whoopsie. Sorry about that. I just needed to give myself some space. So this one is 2 and an 8. So 2 7/8, so I need 3/4. It's going to go there, and there, so that can go on there. Maybe take a little tiny bit of that. That's going to go there. You're not going to see too much of that, and you're not going to see too much of that. I don't know why I fussed about that actually, because you're then going to put this piece over the top. So we go blue. Oh, I don't want to put too many designs in. One of these. Does that go on there? No. I'll put one of these on, but I don't think it's wide enough. Oh yeah, that one. Let's use that. And that is, say 9, so we'll go 8 centimetres, 9.5 centimetres. 9.5 centimetres, kind of that way. What does it need? Pink. Because the rest of it's got pink. 8.5, and then we can take that down to 8. Take it that way. 8. Cute. I'm not going to put a piece inside because it's a light colour, but let's put this together. Evening Mary, how are you doing? Hope you're well. That. I'm going to pop that on there, and then this one is going to go here. It would make such a gorgeous feature wallpaper, this designer series paper. You could, you don't have to use designer series paper, but it's a really good way of using up the stash that we all know that we have. Oh, I've done it the wrong way. I said I was going to do it backwards. Can I get that out? Nope. That's right. Oh, that's good, Mary. I'm pleased to hear that you're well. Alright. I'm going to pop that on there and make sure this is going the right way again. You could do this as well. So you have it this way, and then it opens there, opens there, opens there, but we're going to stick to it as being how it was. And we're going to pop this facing what feels like backwards. Alright, and then that sits on here. Now obviously this one here, I put lots of decoration and things on. You could make this smaller if you wanted to as well. You could make this a single layer so that it just is sitting on there like so. and then when you open it, opens that way. It's up to you. I'm going to put a little happy birthday, and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use that happy birthday, which comes from the Dino Raw stamp. Dino Darling, so not Dino Raw, and I'm going to use, what colour am I going to use? I think that's that colour. Yes, Lagoon is that colour. So I've just got this. My daughter's into dinosaurs, and it's her birthday coming up, so I thought, oh, I'll get that, do her birthday card, but I quite like this font for happy birthday. And I wonder how that'll work for me. Probably not very well, but I'm going to use it anyway. I've got some white here that has got some foam, not strips, but foam sheets on the back from some die cutting that I was doing. So I'm going to actually pop that on there. Let's see if I can cut it through my trimmer. I'm not sure if I can. Oh yeah. Not all the way through, but enough to give me, enough to guide me so I get a straight line, hopefully. And I'm going to pop that in there. Again, not enough to get me all the way through, but oh no, that's not even straight. So I'm just going to use some scissors. Usually we would stamp and then put the adhesive on the back, but it isn't working for me today because I already had it done. Alright, I'm going to pop that across there, and the rest of it I'm actually going to cut out a number 1 for her because it's her first birthday. That's probably not worth keeping. Well, it's a belated first birthday, but you know, still first birthday. So I'm going to pop that in there, centre that there. And I'm going to use my glue. So when you are popping this together, you want to flip it over. You want to get it where you want it, alright? So I want it about there. So I'm going to flip it and hold it. I will move it out slightly. I'm just going to put a little mark there. So when I glue, I'm going to glue to that line. And know that it's going to be further over than I actually need it to be. So you're just visually centering top and bottom, left and right. Hey Chantal! And popping that on there. So done like that and done like that. Then on the inside, let's put a piece of this stuff just to kind of match it up, and I'm going to go a whole, you could actually put it on the flaps. I'm going to go 1/2 inch. There. And I've actually done it the full length of the card because I'm not putting a white piece in because thank you Helen, because it's quite heavy already, and it's already got a light base to work from, so I'm going to pop that in there just to give it a little bit of something. You could, now I've made that too small, you could put a piece there. Might cut out some bunnies. What have you got? Oh, he's a bit handsome, isn't he? It's lovely with the watercolor effect on the images as well, not just the actual images, but the background pieces that they've got that have created a bit more of a watercolor effect. Have a lovely they give a lovely softness to the paper, as well as you having the background being basic beige, which is unusual. And we did used to have quite a good mix of vanilla background and white background, but mostly lately it's been mostly white. So it's nice to have a different kind of background. So I'm going to pop him maybe I'm going to take the flowers off there and put them down a bit lower. They look like they're floating in the air. And maybe we don't need the grass. Okay, now because we are putting it on the inside, we'll just put a little bit of glue there. Pop him there. Don't put any on his ears. Here. And I was going to use some of these pieces that are out, that are punched out. So here you could go in here to create a little scene. Yeah. Oh, and he's a bit cute. With the bike there, and maybe a bit of grass and a watering can. What's he got? A basket. So maybe behind there, and a bit of a watering can there. These two, put a little bit of glue under there just to hold it, and then we're just going to glue there. There we go. And that's our little inside piece. So you could actually put your sentiment in there as well. And then we'll close that, pop that there, and I'm going to pop Happy Birthday here, and then I'll put my one somewhere on there, and that is that. So So there's some cute little characters in there doing, I don't know who you are, Austin. Okay. So cute little pots and vegetables, wheelbarrows, but there's some cute little characters in there as well. So a very cute little pack of paper, which let me just double check and see if it's still available. Storybook. Yes, it is still available. Let me flip it around. And it's not on the last chance, so still available to purchase, which is great. 35 New Zealand dollars plus shipping. Whoops, what happened there? There we go. So that's the 2 cards from tonight. That I need to switch that back there. 2 cards from tonight. One nice and simple. Another one, again, it's actually quite a simple card, and then that card is to go alongside this. This is what I have been making this today, and I use this pattern. Sorry, I'm just moving my thing so you can see it. I use, the Wink of Salad looks really good. So I'm not going to hold that up too long because I'm not sure if they will see that or not, and it's a surprise. But this card is to go alongside that. If you decide to have a go at making this card, I'd love to see it. Pop it on my Facebook page, and I will put a picture there for you to link it to. And I will see you next Sunday, and I'm going to head off and have some dinner. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.